cool thing behind it, but reality is, like, to be a proper coach, it's not cool, it's actually hard. Welcome back to the YouTube episode 2 with more updates and more changes. We're going to take you through some food today that I'm eating. I've got some new plans from Martin, so I'll be able to take you through what my food is looking like. Got a leg day today, so I'll be able to take you through a leg day, which is going to be epic because I've got a little bit more energy in me now after the last couple of days, so I can give it some more and show you guys how I basically set up making my meals, doing my training, and what the updates are with the plan. So I'm going to get cooking up some bits, and I think just as I do that, I'll just talk to the camera about what's been going on. So we filmed about a week ago. The last point, we ended the video by saying we might do a show. Since then, we found out what the problem is. So good news, bad news. Basically, I've got a stomach disease, which was caused by the antibiotics that I had to take before the first show. The disease that I've got has to be cleared through another series of medication that I've been taking for 3 or 4 days. It takes 2 weeks to clear, and it basically meant that my body was unable to uptake any nutrients or food. It was passing straight through me. I was just becoming inflamed no matter what I ate, small or high. More food I ate, the more inflamed I got, and the more my body just didn't digest it and it just went straight through me. That's why my energy was terrible. I couldn't get a pump in the gym. It makes a lot of sense. I found that out just through going to the doctors and actually having to do some research, because we tried some high days. We did another one after the day you saw. That made me more inflamed. I was extremely uncomfortable and in pain after eating that. You shouldn't be, really, especially when you're lean. So I thought, right, enough's enough. I need to get this checked out. And we found out what the problem is. Now, the good news is we know what the problem is and we can fix it now. So we're on the road to recovery, which is great. The bad news is it is physically impossible for me to do another show in a week and a half. That would never happen. And if I was to even try to do that, then that would be dangerous and stupid. So we spoke to Martin. We've got the new plans in place for the health phase, recovery phase, and the lead into the off season. Martin has kindly mapped out all of my timeline as well. So we know when I'm next going to be competing, and we know what I'm going to be doing for shows, which is epic. So you'll see me on the stage next year after a growing phase. And it just means these vlogs are now going to take you each week into what's going on in my recovery phase. Eventually we'll move into my growing phase and we'll take you through that. And it'll literally just allow you guys to follow along until we next are ready to step on. We are now at about midday-ish. I've prepped up a few things today. All I've done today is my 20 minutes cardio, my abs, my posing rounds. One day, Chris will be getting up early and we'll be doing a morning routine video. Sorry, brother. I'll pick you up on the way to cardio. You'll love that. 5 a.m. I've done all my check-ins, all my work. I've got a lot of work on at the minute, a lot of clients competing. I've got a client just done a show at the weekend. He won in Classic. Did you see him at the weekend? Yes, looked good, didn't he?
Yeah, he looked sick.
And very good win there. Very, very competitive show, that, to be fair. Chris did that show, came third. Epic. And I've got a client in Denmark for the Europeans in 11 days, and then he's going on to the Olympia after that. Got a client in the British finals coming up in a week and a half, and another one doing the Two Bros Naturals in November. So I've got quite a busy season left, and I've got photo shoots with clients tomorrow, next week, and the week after. So it is all work. So I've done all of that. I've had my first meal, which was, you see that on my story, it looked good, didn't it? Yeah. Eggy bread. It's just 250 grams of egg whites, 3 eggs, and 100 grams of sourdough. So quite a simple meal. So now I'm going to prep up the rest of my meals for the day whilst the missus comes home before we eat our prees. So I've done my rice. This is a total of 225 grams. I'll separate this between 2 meals and just put slightly more in one for my post-workout. That's how I do it. I don't, in my off-season, I don't re-weigh it or cook it separately to get it right. I'll just put a little bit more in the one that's a bit bigger and just separate it like that. I've got 75 grams of pasta in here cooked, the raw weight, which I'm going to add to my beef meal with a little bit of pasta sauce. And I'm just going to cook up the protein and veggies now because that's a quick job. And then get my pre's, intras and pre-workout made for when the missus comes home. So things like turkey mince for me, I find really easy to get down, just mixed with some peas for veg, rather than me bulking out my meals with tons of veg and bloating myself. I really like beef mince. It's pretty cheap as well in comparison to like steak, and it's a good way to get a good amount of red meat in. It's not we are what we eat, it's we are what we can digest. I've been digesting nothing until about now. Other changes you might want to know about. Obviously I'm into a health phase, so we've pulled my cycle down into a cruise. I may do a video at some point talking about that when we go a little bit further into the cruise. My prep cycle in comparison to my cruise cycle, and then as we lead into the next cycle and I know what that is, I could talk about the difference in all three. That might be something interesting, as I know that at this standard, not that I'm incredible yet, but people like to know kind of what it's like. And I think that people have a misconception that we smash gear, and we don't. We don't. We do it very sensibly, and if anything, I would say that, you know, at this stage you need to be more sensible than ever. You're trying to make a career out of it, so you need to be healthy and do things wisely. Hence why I have Martin to help me there. So literally I chuck them in a pan, season them off. This is the seasoning I use. Some chip spice. It's just paprika and onion. So it tastes banging though. Separate my rice into 2 meals. They'll fry off. I'll put some pasta sauce in that just to help it go down and a little bit of flavour. And it's literally as easy as that. Put it in the pots, and that is 3 of my meals done, and my others are just my oats later that I'll show you me making when we get back from the gym. And my oats is my favourite meal at the minute. Now I've got that carrot cake whey. It's like excitement for the night time as well, because I only get 75 grams, and that to me is not a lot. It's probably a decent.
Whey or oats?
Oats.
I was going to say.
I get 50 whey.
Ooh.
In a meal for me. No pressure to not spill any, because if I do, Jord will see it on the video. Side business is actually cleaning. Either that or I'm whipped. But my pre-meal is, I'm going to show you this, 100 grams of gas mark tan cream rice. Me and Chris were just having this conversation. Should probably mention this on the vlogs. The good thing, honestly, about the gas mark 10 cream rice flavours, I feel like most companies, and this isn't to slag off their cream rice, because I like other companies' flavours of cream rice. I'm not going to slag off anyone else's products. But they have a different like flavour pool. They're all similar. Whereas gas mark 10 seems to have some more original flavours that, for me at the minute, I've had cream rice for that long. It's freaking nice just having something different and new, man. So I've got the salted caramel popcorn at the minute, which is, yeah, man, good. But we was just looking on the website at the next ones we want to try. I've been told by Pav, shout out to Pav if he watches this, that the golden pancake is like next level shit. So that's the next one on the list. But they've got a honey peanut and a cinnamon cereal, which they could be game changers. I'm a cinnamon man. You don't need to mix this with a fork or anything. It mixes to the perfect consistency with just a spoon. I know people whisk it and stuff. You don't really need that for this one. It mixes so well. It don't really make a difference. This is cool, by the way. Show you this. Shout out to my man Jono. Although it's not prep, still applies. You know, because we all like to eat with little spoons in prep. This one has my name on it, Lou's Prep Spoon. So no one else steals it. That's cool. That's a cool little gift, that, isn't it?
That's sick.
He got me that when he won his first show. He actually won 3 shows this year. Jono, shout out to Jono. He'll watch the vlog as well, so I like that little mention. Very good friend of mine. And that's the same ratio as water that you would put in other brands. Not made it any different, but you can literally see how much. There's no clumps, no lumps, smooth. You know what I mean? Nailed. And when I show you this, you'll be amazed by this. I won't put my whey in today. I'll make it as a paste to show you what that paste goes like. Put them on there. So that. Cover it. It would normally have carbs in it, but I've not got them in at the moment because I'm not training to full capacity. You'll see that today. I'm still training pretty hard, but it's complete failure, absolutely ruining myself while I've got this infection / disease thing. So until then, I'll add the 25 grams of carbs when I feel it's actually necessary. So at the moment, I'm still literally just doing 20 grams of this, which I said again in the last video, you're going to save money buying this rather than having to buy hydration formulas all the time and stuff like that. Off season can get pricey enough. Oh, I spilled some freaking egg. I've just wiped the sides 4 times. And then we will do half a scoop of the Pitbull pumped on legs, because leg pumps, my leg pumps, pretty crazy. They are at the minute. I had a pump for the first time yesterday in chest and it was good, it looked good. So pre, heavy pre for legs, intra, keep me fueled, done. What's happening? We in Titans today, mixing it up. We'll take you through what we're doing. Thought we'd mix it up and come to Titans today, which is another gym that I train at sometimes. I kind of mix it about a little bit at the minute. Kind of just trying to establish the best place to base myself. So I like to get here and about, use different gyms, especially when you work from home and going out to the gym's like one of the only things you do in the day, and it's the main part of your day. Sometimes it is nice to mix up the environment. And this is a very good gym for legs, so we'll have a look at what we're using. I do track my daily activity and I do put it down for him, what I'm doing, but my main focuses at the moment are on my cardio in the morning, so I do 20 minutes, and that's intense cardio. So like, when I'm on that Stairmaster, I'm not just stepping up it willy-nilly. I get my heart rate as high as I can, I use that for fitness. I then do my posing and my abs in the morning, which is another form of expenditure. And then my other second main form of expenditure just comes through my training. So I do like to move a little bit before I train, especially in the off season when food's getting a little bit higher. Just little bits in between, sometimes before or after a session, 10 minutes here or there on the treadmill just helps me get a little bit of food moving, helps get the legs moving. And if you've been sort of sat at the laptop all morning and doing bits like that, I find that 5 minutes, focus, have a look at your workout plan. If you listen to some tunes, get some bangers on and get yourself involved in the session. This today is not what my full training will be like. Like I said earlier, just while I'm in recovery this week, we're getting things moving with my gut. We've kept my training the same as what it was at the back end of prep, just something where we were monitoring recovery. So it's still a bro split kind of style of training. I'm still not taking my sets to full failure. I'm kind of just stopping a fraction before, just for that extra wiggle room and recovery. Couple of warm-ups, same as any workout. I'll always have my working sets mapped out on my program. So on this it's 4 working sets and a drop set, quite a lot. But what I don't track is my warm-ups. I think they can be very appropriate to the day, to how you feel, to what you've been doing. So for me, I go off feel. I'll always do a couple of light warm-up sets at the very start of any new muscle group that I'm starting to train. So you'll see when I move on to hamstrings, I'll warm them up again. And then I'll just build the weight up until I feel like I'm ready. I don't think there's any set rules to warm-ups. I think the only premises behind warming up is treat it as a warm-up. So you're looking to apply no fatigue, but do ensure that you give enough warm-ups to A, make sure that you can appropriately warm the muscle up before you go into working sets, you'll get a lot more out of it. And B, it's an easier way to establish the weight that you're going to need for the sets that you're going to do in your working sets. So for me, I'll just build this up as I'm warming up. I'm looking for a weight I can do around 12 to 15 with. So I'll keep doing sort of sets of 8 to 10 warming up. As I start to get really warm, I might do lower reps just to establish the weight. Loading sets, a lot of people like to call them nowadays, but they're just essentially smaller warm-ups. And then once I find the weight, I'll be able to go in and I'll be ready to go. Doesn't matter about the reps, just fucking work for it. Go again. The more it hurts, the better it is. Yeah, do it. Oh. And now they are pumped. One exercise in, and we can go on to the pressing. I fucking love a triple drop set on a leg extension, man. Nails. The old school shit. Three sets on here, 8 to 10, light work. See so many people bitching out on the leg press by doing barely any reps. When I mean that, they just come to about here and push. Watch where you should be going to on a leg press, regardless of the weight. And if you're not getting the range, then don't put the weight on. Get the range, apply the weight. Get the range, apply the weight. Don't apply the weight and chase the range, yeah? Hey. Oh. Aye. Oh. Oh. Ah. Now they're full. It's the worst part. Whoa. Fucking nice. Let's go. Yeah. Hey. Nope, that's too heavy. Ooh, ah, ooh, wow. Ah. The only thing is on that, you know, when you finish and your legs are still really locked in and they're like really lengthening your hamstrings, you're like, oh. Trying to play it cool for the fucking camera, and I'm like, get me out, get me out. Chris, help. Cut. Something people don't realise on any movement, and it's not just on legs, but it definitely applies to legs because people don't want to put in that extra effort because it hurts. When you want to apply intensity, a lot of that you apply yourself through your ability to contract as hard as you can. Take person A, goes to failure but doesn't think about squeezing the muscle and just puts the work in and moves the machine. The muscle will still fail. Person B thinks about squeezing every rep as hard as they physically can, but has to lift slightly less load in order to do so, and takes the muscle to physical failure. Person B will grow a lot more and get a lot more out of it than person A because they're applying the intensity themselves. You have to put in your own intensity into exercises. You can't just go in and use the machine for how it moves you. You have to squeeze. You have to contract. You have to make it work for you in order to get the response from it. Don't just get in a machine and use it. Think about it, contract it, squeeze the fuck out of it, make it harder. That's the whole point. Oh. Second hamstring movement for me. This is just where I'm going to finish off my hamstrings in the shorten range. So again, similar to that, I'm thinking about contracting the hamstring, making it as short as possible. When you lift you flex your knee, hamstring gets short. I'm really looking to work that portion now. I've just done 4 sets on there, so it's pretty fried. So these 3 sets for me are just about finishing what's left in there. Just getting a bit more tension in the muscle, working whatever's left out of it. And then when I've done 3 sets on here, I can focus on just getting left what's out of the lengthened portion of the hamstring, which I'm going to show you how I do that. So this is just about finishing the job. With me, my hamstrings is definitely a weaker portion, so just get a little bit of quad stuff done. This is the real work for me, as the areas that I need to build. So this is where the most amount of sets are involved. The last like real movement is the RDL, and then we're just going to finish up with upstairs some adductor. But we'll get these done. I'll show you how I perform my version of RDLs. It's not really my version, to be fair, because Matt Tofton was the first person to teach me how to do these, and I've seen so many people doing them. It's not my version, it's just a way of working the hamstring without the lower back in an RDL. Right. Oh yeah. Fuck me. So with my RDLs, what I'm trying to do here is I'm thinking about what I've got left in the muscle to tax it correctly. And I've just done 7 sets where I'm really working the shorten range of the hamstring, the contraction, the squeeze, and the flex position. Now, on the last sets there, and Chris will even tell you on the sets he did on the hamstring curl, there's nothing left in that shorten range. You can't even squeeze it when you've done all that. So what I'm trying to do here is think about how I can cleverly finish off my hamstring, get more out of it in the areas where it's still got some strength, which for me is in the lengthen range where it's stretched. So here, the bottom of an RDL, that's where I can provide the most tension still. It doesn't have a lot of strength in the top. So if I come to the top and I've got a lot of load, likelihood is my lower back will take that. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep it on my hamstrings. I need to build my hamstrings. So I'm going to show you how I position the dumbbells and my range of movement just to work on that lengthened section of the ham. You need a really light weight for this in comparison. I'll show you over here. Then I'm looking to let them drop slightly further in front of me when I come down. So come down, shoulders forward, drop them in front of me slightly there, stretch the hamstrings and push the hips back, and come up to squeeze the hamstring. I'm not coming all the way up and my lower back is staying out of it. So stretch, pull through and up, back down. Stretch, pull through and up, back down. And because I'm taxing it in a lengthen range, I'm looking to fail at the bottom rep. So I'll know when I can't do any more when I'm here and I can't get up, because that's fully blown. But what I'm looking to avoid is my lower back coming into it as I get to the top. Oh, fuck. You get them right, I swear to God, unbelievable. I was meant to do this at the start, but I didn't know they had it, so I'm going to superset this, 2 sets with that. We're just going to do 2 sets, 10 to 15 on here, 10 to 15 on there, finish off the inside, the outside. Job's a good one. Oh. Yeah, I'm done. Legs. So, we'll give you a bit of a physique update because I've never been shy about showing where I'm at. And please understand that this is 4 days into my new meds, still very inflamed, and this morning I still had severe diarrhea and sickness, which is a side effect from the current medication that I have to take for 2 weeks. But if this is what I look like on medication, inflamed as fuck, I'll take it, to be honest. It'll get better every day. So I will do a round. I need a pee as well. We'll just get it done. We'll do some comparisons, show you what we look like at the start of these meds. I feel a little bit fuller through my shoulders already. I am noticing because my body can absorb food a bit more now. I've gained a bit of fullness back, so let's have a look. Vlog here, because I've already shown you my meals today, so I'm going to talk you through what my final meal will be. So, my last meal, just to talk you guys through what it is, you need these oats. If you're using oats, get the Quaker oats, because they go the creamiest and the nicest. 75 grams of these, 50 grams of these, and 100 grams of bloops. That's my last meal. So I don't really need to show you that much. We will do a full day of eating with all the macros, because people love that stuff, when we're not filming loads of other stuff like leg days. And then what I'm actually going to do is, Chris was wanting to buy himself some Gas Mark 10 products. So I said, try before you buy, and then next time you come next week and film me, I'm going to ask you what you think, and you can prove to me that I'm not just selling crap on the vlogs. Because people think that me and Jord, I might have persuaded Jord to sell it for me. Chris is non-biased. He's going to help me prove how good the Gas Mark 10 products actually are. But what I'm going to give Chris, how much weight do you have in a meal, Chris?
I've got post-workout today, I've got 45.
So let's put 50 in here just in case of the carrot cake. So we're going to give him the salted caramel popcorn, cream of rice, 75 grams for his meal. We're going to give him a serving of this to have tonight, so he can digest his food and get ready. Yeah, you can have this now when you get home. So a scoop of the Gas Mark 10 LFG, which actually, George, you've used this with a few of your meals and days, haven't you? And you said this is pretty good for you as well. Mm-hmm. So this is the pineapple coconut. See what you think to that one. And then we're going to give him a serving of the Pitbull pump formula, because at the minute you've got them post-show pumps, yeah? Make them 10 times better. Like I say, this has got that added focus in, so with you training late sometimes, it's a game changer for you, this one. This is your bundle of Gas Mark 10 products to try. On the next vlog, I'm going to ask you your honest, complete honest. If you don't like them, then don't try them. I've given him a scoop of LFG, a scoop of the EAs, a scoop of the Prump, cream rice and some whey, just a serving of each to trial before he commits to anything. Watch Chris be the new biggest fan of Gas Mark 10 after this. And that is it. Eat our last meals, chill out for the rest of the evening, do a bit of work, and that's the next episode finished. Smell good then, eh? I've got to sign off the video by telling them to
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, show some love. We are now, before this video comes out, we're 6 subscribers, Chris, away from 1,000. Did you see that? Yeah, 6. It's quite frustrating, that. So if everyone that watches this, there is going to be more than 6 of you that haven't subscribed. I know that. Please press it, because then I'll be at 1,000. What do I get? A gold plaque after that or something, don't I? Like one of them YouTube play things, 1,000, yeah. Anyway, we'll see you next time. We're filming next Wednesday.
Yes.
So what I might do is move around a couple of sessions, so I've got a different session to show you. But we might have a different gym to show you, maybe. I'm going to trial a different one tomorrow, so we might take you somewhere new. And we'll think of something cool to do for the next video. I did say that I would do some eating challenges, and I had some messages about that actually on Instagram saying people would like to see that. When my gut is fixed and I'm okay in a few weeks, I might even get Chris involved, because man can eat. So, yeah, we'll do some sort of challenge. If I get 1,000 subscribers, I will commit to doing that by the end of this year. So if you subscribe, I will definitely do it by the end of the year. If I don't get 1,000, I ain't gonna do it. Anyway, see you next week.